The psychological phenomenon of being ambitious but reluctant to take action is a phenomenon that seems to go completely unnoticed. Most people assume that if you don't take action on your dreams, that you are just lazy and unmotivated. But according to psychology, being ambitious but hesitant to take action is something much deeper than just simply being lazy. What you're experiencing is a psychological conflict, not a character flaw. Today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who are ambitious but feel lazy, and more importantly, how to escape the cycle that keeps wasting your potential. Ambitious but lazy people often have extremely vivid visions of success. They can imagine the lifestyle, the respect, the freedom, the future version of themselves. The brain loves this. Neurologically, imagining success releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to reward and motivation. So just thinking about your goals feels productive. But here's the problem: dopamine spikes from anticipation, not execution. Real work is repetitive, boring, slow, emotionally unrewarding at first. So the brain gets stuck chasing the feeling of ambition instead of the behavior that creates success. This is why planning feels good, watching motivational videos feels good, talking about goals feels good, but starting feels heavy. What looks like laziness is often perfectionism in disguise. Ambitious people usually tie their self-worth to competence. If you start and you don't succeed immediately, or you fail publicly, or you don't live up to your own expectations, then your identity takes a hit, so the brain chooses avoidance. Psychologically, procrastination becomes self-protection. If I don't start, I can't prove I'm not as capable as I believe. This creates a dangerous loop: high standards, fear of imperfection, delayed action, guilt, more pressure, even more avoidance. Not because you're lazy, but because failure feels like a threat to who you are. Ambitious but lazy people often identify more with who they're becoming than who they currently are. In their mind, future self equals disciplined, confident, successful. Present self equals inconsistent, tired, distracted. This creates cognitive dissonance, mental discomfort caused by mismatch between identity and behavior. To relieve that discomfort, the brain daydreams, scrolls, escapes, consumes content instead of creating. You feel productive mentally, but behavior never changes. You don't fail because you lack ambition. You stall because your identity lives in the future, not the present. Ambitious people are usually highly analytical. They want the best strategy, the optimal plan, the perfect timing, complete clarity before acting. But clarity comes after action, not before it. Neurologically, overthinking overstimulates the prefrontal cortex. This suppresses impulse and action. Mental energy gets drained before physical work begins. By the time you figure it out, you're exhausted, so nothing happens. Many ambitious but lazy people are actually burned out, even if they haven't done much. Why? Because burnout isn't just physical, it's emotional. Common causes are constant self-criticism, feeling behind in life, comparing yourself to others, and carrying guilt for wasted potential. Your nervous system stays in a low-level stress state, so your brain chooses relief over progress. Scrolling, binge-watching, numbing distractions. Not because you don't care, but because your system is overloaded. You spent all this time daydreaming about your future life, that when it comes time to actually take action, you stall because you already received the dopamine from daydreaming. Another key issue: relying on motivation instead of structure. Motivation is emotional. It rises and falls. Ambitious but lazy people tell themselves, "I'll start when I feel ready. I just need motivation. I'm not in the right headspace." But disciplined people don't wait to feel ready. They act regardless of mood. Without systems, motivation fades, action stops, guilt builds, self-trust erodes, and the cycle repeats. It's not just fear of failure. Success would mean consistency, responsibility, higher expectations, losing comfort, no more excuses. Subconsciously, the brain asks, "What if I succeed?" and can't go back. So it keeps ambition hypothetical, safe, untested, How to fix it? This is the most important part. This endless loop is not something that has to be permanent. Here are 5 tips you can take to rewire your brain. 1. Shrink the ego, shrink the task. Stop trying to live up to your future identity. Instead, take small, minimal actions first. Let your work be mediocre at first. Detach self-worth from performance. Small actions rebuild self-trust, which matters more than motivation. 2. Replace motivation with non-negotiables. Stop asking, "Do I feel like it?" Ask, "What's the minimum version I can't skip?" Example, not work out for an hour, but put on gym clothes and move for 5 minutes. Consistency beats intensity. 3. Act before you think. Thinking is your comfort zone. Action is the cure. Use this rule. Decide fast, start immediately. Adjust later. Momentum fixes clarity, not the other way around. 4. Rebuild your nervous system. You can't out-discipline burnout. Fix the basics. Sleep, nutrition, sunlight, movement, reduced screen time. A regulated nervous system creates natural motivation. 5. Stop romanticizing your potential. Potential means nothing without proof. Your confidence should come from evidence, representatives, follow-through, not imagination. Become someone who trusts themselves because they show up, even when it's boring. Ambitious but lazy people are not weak. They are intelligent, self-aware, creative, emotionally overloaded. Once they align identity, systems, and emotional regulation, they become dangerously consistent. If you like this content and want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe so more people can see this. Also, comment down below. Do you have big dreams but struggle taking action?